This is Emily Fawell. I'm a nutritional therapist and I work with people to optimise their health. And every weekday around 4 o'clock, I go live on Facebook to share some tips about nutrition and health that you can easily incorporate into your daily routine. And at the moment, I'm focusing on hormone balance. So we've covered lots of elements of hormone balance, but today I wanted to talk about the importance of fat for hormone balance. Unfortunately, we're still quite fat phobic in most countries, I think, but particularly in the UK, people still think they need to reduce fat in their diet in order to lose weight. But fat is really important for your health, and particularly for hormone health and mental health. So I just wanted to explain why fat was so important. So every cell has a membrane, and that membrane is really important for the way the cell functions. So it's via that membrane that we get hormone signals. Now, if that cell membrane is rigid because the types of fat that you have in your diet are predominantly saturated fats, then that hormone signaling isn't going to be as effective as it could be. So for great hormone signaling and for great hormone balance, we need a really good regular intake of good fats in our diet. And when I talk about good fats, I'm really talking about omega-3, 6, and 7 and 9, but to a lesser extent. So some fats are inflammatory, so they cause inflammation, and some are anti-inflammatory. And omega-3 in particular is anti-inflammatory. Other thing that I mentioned briefly just then about brain health. So the brain is 70% fat. So if you're on a low-fat diet, you're not going to have great mental health. You're more likely to suffer with depression, low mood, anxiety, and other issues that affect brain health. So it's really important that we have a regular supply of good fats. And have I mentioned satiety? I don't think I have. So satiety is the feeling of fullness, and that's very difficult to achieve on a low-fat diet. So when we consume fat, we have satiety receptors in our mouth, and these are only filled by fat. So unless there's any fat in your meal, your brain will never receive the signal that you're full, so you'll carry on being hungry. So there's lots of reason why fat is good for your diet. So what kind of fats should we be eating? So we're looking predominantly at omega-3 and 6, but some 7 and 9. And great sources are things like nuts, seeds, oily fish, avocados, vegetable oils like olive oil. Any cold pressed oil would be good. Eggs are a good source of fat. So I thought we could run through each meal and think about how you could incorporate fat into that meal. So every time you eat, there should be some fat on your plate. So at breakfast time, you could sprinkle seeds into your porridge or on top of your cereal. You could chop nuts into your cereal or porridge. If you're having like a regular cereal, like a processed cereal, you could add extra nuts to make it more substantial. And then in terms of what types of seeds, so I've already done a video on the benefits of flaxseed, but flaxseed is fantastic. So flaxseed is also known as linseed. It's a good source of omega-3. But pumpkin seed, sesame seed, sunflower seeds, chia seeds are all great seeds to add into your breakfast. Chia seeds, like flaxseed, actually high in omega-3. Or you could have eggs for breakfast. That would be a good source of fat. At lunch, or dinner, eggs, avocados, seeds, nuts again, oily fish, olive oil. Make a really nice fresh salad dressing with plenty of olive oil. It's really good for you. As we learned yesterday, it's high in phytoestrogens and it's full of good fats. So think about how you could add fat to your diet and start thinking about looking at every meal and identifying the good fat in it. And also don't forget that plants contain good fats. So there's a certain amount of fat in every vegetable that you eat. And I just wanted to mention one more important fact that's particularly good for menopausal or perimenopausal women, and it's sea buckthorn berry. And it's amazing for mucous membranes. So if you're suffering from menopausal symptoms like vaginal dryness, then sea buckthorn berry might be worth trying. So I hope that's been useful. Please ask me any questions you have. Please share this video if you think other people would benefit from it. And it's Friday, so I will look forward to seeing you on Monday. And yes, don't go too wild this weekend with all the lockdown restrictions. See you Monday. Thanks for listening. Bye.